like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this
live
we
as
ballin'
always,
to the
like I
max.
said before millions of times, like Craig Mack with the flavor in your ear. How y'all living? How y'all getting it? What's good out there? So yeah, welcome. This is Hoops and Brews. It's your boy TPJ. As always, follow me on Twitter. The funniest part is, look, the beginning of Hoops and Brews is like me blowing smoke out. Anyways, it's Hoops and Brews, man. We drink beer, we talk basketball. As always, hold on 1 second, Pavy. You go ahead, talk.
Drink. I'm not drinking beer today. I'm actually drinking water because this is way too much information for you guys. I'm trying to change my diet a little bit, so I'm not drinking today. I'm drinking water, but still hope you guys out there being safe wherever you are. Hope you guys are being safe and back again. Hopefully we have actual basketball. Hopefully we safely have actual basketball to talk about soon, and we aren't making things up and going off old topics. Soon, I mean, my main concern with anything right now is obviously my main concern with anything right now is safety. Like I said, hopefully we have safe basketball to talk about again soon. But yeah.
Yeah, man. So, sorry that the show got off to such a wild start because we were just talking about some funny stuff and then immediately we hopped into it. But yeah, man, I'm looking at everything and I think that it's pretty interesting how they go. I think the NFL was very quick to announce what they wanted to do, their plans. And I think by them doing that, kind of it took all of the guessing game out of it for everybody else. So really, I'm just more so looking forward to seeing exactly what type of product will we see. I think that it's very clear and it's abundantly clear they want Damian Lillard, Zion Williamson, the Sacramento Kings, and pretty much the top 4 seeds from the West because they have a better record than the top 8 seeds in the East. So looking at that within itself, I think that they want to get their stars in the playoffs. And if you want to get your stars in the playoffs, the way to do that is to set up some kind of pool or tournament or whatever. And I think Dame Lillard has said that he is comfortable with the pool or a tournament or something along those lines. I think a lot of these guys are. So I think what we'll see is probably the top, 2 seeds in each conference might get a bye, and I think everybody else is just gonna play for it. I think if they're all gonna be on the same campus, it don't matter about what the seeding is. I think you restructure the seedings kind of based on record because everybody's gonna be in a similar campus style. And I think you really just go at it from there and you figure out exactly what it is that you need or you want to do with everything that's going on. I think that for these guys, it's very clear that they want money. And if you want money, you have to do what's necessary to get money. And if they want to keep that contract the way it is and they want to keep the CBAs the way that they are, they have to play. And I think that the NBA is setting up, the best possible scenario in order for them to be able to be successful. And I think that by them not rushing it, also, it gives them a leg up on a lot of people because a lot of people are rushing to make these plans happen. And I bet you that there will be a lot of people and a lot of organizations, a lot of sports league that stumble out of the gate with handling this correctly. And I think that,
of course, yeah.
And I think that the one thing that the UFC has done is that because their sport requires so few people to physically be there, I mean, you really just need the cameramen and the fighters. They're fighting. I think when you look at the UFC, their task was easy. The NBA is going to be the first, major league. And I'm not talking about the other, leagues. There are a lot of other leagues. The MLS to me is not I don't look at the MLS as being like a major American sport yet. To me, the 4 major American sports to me are still baseball, football, basketball, and golf. I don't look at.
You put golf in there?
I put golf in there. I put golf. I still think people watch
over hockey.
Hell yeah, people watch more golf than hockey. My mother got the golf channel. Every man over 45 or 40 that I know that's ever played golf watches the golf channel. And the NHL, with all due respect to the NHL, they pots is not $20 million. You might get $20 million for a season. You win a golf tournament, you can win $20 million on that one, 12 on that one, 8 on that one.
Boy, you know how much my arms be shaking on that last putt.
Gee,
I'm putting for 20 million.
Why do you think Tiger Woods is so great?
Boy, you know how much my arm be so great? That last little putt for 20 million on that last iron, boy, my arm be shaking.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, that's the thing that makes Tiger so great is because he was able to, his putt game was as strong as the other parts of his game, which allowed him to really like be an animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, with the NBA looming and kind of with the return happening, if we do get to see 20 teams and basically the last 4 teams in the Western Conference do a play-in with pretty much, I think the way that would have to work would be the last 4 in the Western Conference do a play-in with the 7 and 8 seeds from the East and the West. If that happens, who do you think will move on to the second round?
Because
I think in that pool of teams you'll have the Pelicans, you'll have the Mavericks, you'll have the Grizzlies, you'll have the Blazers, you'll have the.
I think personally, I think that if they do it like that, I think the Blazers and the Pelicans become the 2 most dangerous teams. I think
Pelicans gonna get mad scary.
I think Blazers, Pelicans, and the Rockets. Like literally, I think those 3 are like the most dangerous teams.
You are obsessed with, but I don't think but the Rockets aren't a 7. The Rockets aren't a 7 seed, so I don't think that.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, let's say they do a 5-game thing or something like that, and like every round isn't 7 rounds, or you got guys who still trying to work their way back into shape. I have no doubt Russell Westbrook is in shape. Now, Harden, from the videos we've seen, it looked like he in shape too. I mean, he ain't got nowhere else to go. The club ain't open. So you just been there. Club ain't open.
Harden looked like he needs some water.
I mean, but it looked like he been working out and he in shape. And I Russ is a guy who I trust to be in peak physical condition. The Blazers were never bad. The whole year I said, you don't want to face them as an AC. They were never bad. They were just hurt. So you got all those guys coming back healthy. Like Nurk got way more time than what he would have got to.
Collins is healthy.
Collins is healthy. Like, you talking about a team that you gotta remember, this team was a conference finals team last year. That's not a bad, like, again, I said at the beginning of the year, like, I think that's a team that could also make the conference finals. I'm dead serious. Like, you playing, to just say the Lakers, right? Let's say they, get the AFC. Do you really want to play the Blazers after they have time to get everybody healthy? Especially with the fact, again, I've said many times, I think the Lakers' main issue is perimeter defense. I don't know about their ability to guard guards. Like, if you don't have to go to the paint to score, I don't know, how well that bodes for the Lakers. The Blazers don't have to do that.
Yeah, but the problem for the Blazers is that they don't have enough in the backcourt. Dame and
I think
Dame and CJ are cool, but looking at what their lineup would be coming back, it would be Dame Lillard point guard, CJ McCollum shooting guard, Trevor Ariza small 4, Melo 4, Hassan Whiteside at the 5, with Anthony Simons, Gary Trent, Mario Henzoa, Zach Collins, and Yusef Nurkic off the bench.
It's a good bench.
I'm not worried about that bench.
It's a good bench.
That bench doesn't strike fear into my heart at all. I'm not
scared of that bench. And I mean, to me, that's a good bench. And
who's scoring on that bench?
Huh?
Who's scoring off that bench?
Anthony Simons can score. Gary Trent is a good shooter. Nurk can score. I think they also have Kent Bazemore got traded. They can score. Hezonja has irrational confidence. So like, I never doubt Hezonja's ability to at least show up, because again, he has irrational confidence. So Hezonja can score the ball. They still you'll probably always have one of the CJ, Dame, or Melo in the game. I don't think they'll have an issue scoring points. And you're talking about guys who got a lot of experience and played major minutes that they wouldn't have played previously because of the injuries. Even Caleb Swanigan, he's nice. I think he's good. They also got the Gabriel. He's nice. He can play basketball. I think Portland has one of the better benches in the league, actually, when they're healthy. In my humble opinion.
I think that in that scenario, the teams would be the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, the Blazers, the Pelicans, the Nets, and the Magic. Now, Kevin Durant's manager and agent has already said that Kevin Durant will not be playing basketball this year, including if the NBA returns.
But is Kyrie playing?
Who cares?
What you mean?
I said, you heard.
If it's a play-in game, like, Kyrie can't get you a game, bro.
I don't think it'll be a game. I think they're going to do like 3-game play-in series.
Kyrie can't get you 2 games?
I think what they're going to do is, I think it's going to be the pool. I think I saw Mark Stein and all these other reporters tweeting out their theories and, from people that have, got connections in the league. And if what they're saying about the 20 teams is true, then cool. I'm cool with that. I think what they're going to do is they're going to have 3 series. And I think what they're going to do is in those 3 series, they're going to have a 3-game series. For 3-game series, and what I think will happen is like they're gonna give the number 1 seeds a bye in the first round.
Yeah, and Kyrie can't get you 2 games.
And then the second round, I think they should make it 5, and then after that, go to 7 games. So then that way you get them a chance to ramp up. That's personally what I think would be best. But I don't think Kyrie is gonna be dangerous in that format because I think Spencer Dinwiddie is the better leader on that team.
I can't say all that. I don't really have an issue with Kyrie's leadership. I just think I don't have an issue with Kyrie's leadership. Again,
I see somebody saying that it would be unfair to the East. It would not be unfair to the East because the East teams aren't better than the teams in the West. That's not unfair. If you have to restructure things by record based upon the teams that get in, those other teams don't get in by record. You can't. That's not the Blazers and the Pelicans' fault that they won more games than those teams in the East did.
I don't think the teams in the East even need to be. I would still like to see the conferences be, kept. Personally, I would personally, but I don't think any of the East teams need to be involved. They weren't that good. Like the only team that actually had a chance the East playoffs were pretty much set. Unless somebody literally fell off a cliff, the East playoffs were pretty much set since like January. The West was when you actually had a race. We don't know what would happen. The Grizzlies could have stayed. The Blazers could have moved up. Even like the Kings, I think even had like an outside shot. The Spurs had like a shot.
The Mavericks could have fell at the end. The Rockets could have fell off at the end too.
The Rockets could have fell off. The Thunder could have fell off. The West, you actually had actual questions. The East, there were no questions. Like even if you look at the records, I think what's the 8th seed in the
30 and 35.
And then what's the 9th seed?
The 9th seed is 24 and 40, which is
Washington,
like
they had
they
didn't have no
Bradley Beal. He's not an all-star.
You
said that man was
11
all NBA.
He'll probably be all NBA. He literally averaged 30 points. He dead ass probably be all NBA. No, you're probably gonna owe me money.
No, you're gonna owe me money. He's not gonna be all NBA. Number one, he's not gonna be all NBA over Kyle Lowry. He's not.
Yeah, he averaged 30 points. He really might.
He's not gonna be all NBA over Kyle Lowry.
He averaged 30 points.
Gee,
do you know how hard it is to keep somebody off of someone who averaged 30 points? He averaged 30.
It's not that hard, bro. There have been other players that have been better. Kyle Lowry, Ben Simmons.
When have you ever seen anybody average 30 that wasn't named all NBA? If any of our fans are watching this, can you please find me a time?
Yeah, but Trae Young is also there.
Okay, he ain't averaging 30.
Yeah, but he averaging more assists.
He ain't averaging 30 points.
No, I'm not rocking with that.
Can you find if any of our fans out there? Can y'all find me a time when somebody averaged 30 points and was not named to any of the All NBA teams? I will personally Venmo you $10 if you can find it. Personally, I'll Venmo you $10.
Did Tracy McGrady make? But he made the playoffs them years. He
I'm about
didn't make
99
the playoffs.
Point. It don't matter, G. He averaged 30 points.
It don't matter.
Everybody who made All NBA don't make the playoffs, G.
It don't matter, G.
Everybody who makes All NBA don't make the playoffs.
Like we already talked about this with the All NBA guards, bro. You got Luka Doncic, you got Harden, you got Westbrook, you got Dame.
Them the only locks.
You got Trey. No,
them the only locks.
Bro, Trey.
The first 4 you said
Trey was an all-star,
bro.
Only
locks.
Trey was an all-star. Donovan Mitchell was an all-star.
Bill averaged 30.
It don't matter. Donovan Mitchell was an all-star. Chris Middleton gonna make it over him too.
I don't know about that.
Chris Middleton shooting 90, 50, 40.
I don't know if he making it over, bro.
Chris Middleton shooting 90, 50, 40.
He's shout out Chris Middleton. I 1,000% respect that. I don't know if he make it over Bradley Beal.
And Bradley Beal PER is his PER is only 2 points higher than Chris Middleton. And Chris Middleton shooting 90, 50, 40 right now.
His PER is probably 2 points. I can assume.
Not rocking with that.
Hold on, wait.
Not gonna make it. Kyle Lowry averaging 19 and 5.7 rebounds and 7.7 assists.
I'm sorry. Ain't Bradley Beal averaging 36 and 6, G?
Huh?
Ain't Bradley Beal averaging 36 and 6? Look me in my eyes and you tell me who having a better season.
They are not a playoff team. They won 24 games,
G. His
numbers don't add up to W's.
The Hawks won less.
But at least Trey is an all-star. Bradley not even an all-star. Bradley
because he plays in Washington.
I also Ben Simmons is still on this list. Devin Booker's
He's
still
not
on this
making
list.
it. Ben Simmons not making it.
Devin
over
Booker's
Bradley
still
Beal.
on this list.
Ben Simmons is not making All NBA.
Devin
Ben Simmons
Booker's
might make
still
All
on this
Defensive
list.
Team.
No.
Ben Simmons is not making All NBA.
Yes,
Devin
he
Booker
is.
probably not
Yes,
making
he
All
is.
NBA either.
Yes, he is. They're gonna make it over Bradley Beal.
No, they not,
Yes,
bro.
they are. Bradley
No, they
Beal
not,
don't even
G.
get a chance to come back, bro.
It don't
That's
matter.
how you
He
know
averaged 30.
No.
G.
This how you know they know. This how I know that they not gonna have a man in there, because even if they come back and they had these guys play pool games where they all play each other and whoever got the best record through 4 games make the playoffs, Bradley Beal ain't gonna be one of them players to play 4 games.
That don't matter. He averaged 36.
So I don't want to hear that. No.
In the however many games he played.
No. Get that man clean out of here. Get that man Bradley Beal out of here, bro. No. Not rocking with that.
He averaged 30, bro.
It don't
you cannot,
matter.
Again,
he won an All-Star.
Again, any of our listeners, if you could find me a time in life in which somebody averaged 30 points and did not make any of the All-NBA teams, I will personally Venmo you $10.
Please
personally,
find it.
I will Venmo
find
you 10.
It.
I will
find
personally
it.
Venmo.
Find it. Go get that money.
I will personally Venmo you $10.
NBA
personally.
players.
Comment on it. Comment on it.
30.
Comment on it under under the video.
Nah, let's see. I'm finna look it up now.
Comment on it. No, I won't. No, I want the fans to find it.
I'm finna find it though.
Find it.
I'm finna find it. Let's see who averaged 30 points in a season. All right, so let's go to guys that averaged 30 points in a season.
First of all, how many people have to average 30 points in a season? Like how many people?
Hold on, my camera.
It can't be that long of a list.
What do you mean?
It can't be a long list of people who average 30 points in the season. It can't be that long of a list. It can't be. It can't be more than 40 names on it.
No, it's way more than 40 names on it.
Okay, all right. Is it more than 40 names on it, or is it 40?
Hold on. Hold on, I'm looking at it. Give me a second.
Did people do it more than?
My camera does die. Give me a second, fam.
I got you. But the question that I want to pose you, is it more than 40 people, or is it the same people more than 40 times?
I don't know if it's more than 40 people, but I see 70 people have averaged 30. 70 players. And now it doesn't say it doesn't say 70 different ones. It doesn't say, and actually if you include ABA and NBA, it's actually a player's averaged 30.74 times.
And a lot of them is the same person.
Was World Be Free All NBA that year when he averaged 30?
That might be the only one who wasn't. World Be Free.
All right,
maybe.
Then low key. World Be Free was All NBA 1979. That was when he averaged. No, that was when he averaged 28.8. He was not All NBA the year. He averaged 30.2. Okay. Bradley Beal is the new World Be Free. Okay. That's who Bradley Beal is to me. Okay. Bradley Beal is the new World Be Free.
Okay.
That's who Bradley Beal is. Let me fix my camera. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix my camera.
I got you. But in return, he was an All-Star in 1980. The year that he averaged that, he was an All-Star in 1980.
Being an All-Star.
He was an All-Star in 1980. And okay.
We
Fair.
didn't say All-Stars.
Fair.
You didn't say All-Star, fam.
Fair.
You did not.
You just messed up somebody's money for somebody, but fair.
Huh?
I'll give you that one. Fair.
Guess what? They ain't comment fast enough.
You just messed up somebody's money.
I ain't mess up nobody's money. Let me see. Ain't nobody commented. Ain't nobody comment.
So question, is World Be Free the only one?
Hold on. Let me put my regular camera back on real quick. Let me see. So we got World Be Free. Dominique Wilkins, 1985-86. I'm sure he was All NBA that year. Wow. Yo, shout out to Dominique for being the first Dominique to pop up on Wikipedia when you type in Dominique Wilkins. What year?
I mean, can you name him more?
Wait a minute. Yeah, 86. Yeah, he was first team. He was first team that year. Adrian Dantley, 81, 82. He probably was definitely first team that year. Bradley Beal is actually 59th on this list in terms of average, but it's only 60 games though. I can't count that. That's not the same.
What you
That's
mean?
got an asterisk.
It's only 60 games.
They
only played 60 games. G. They only that's not Bradley Beal's fault.
Huh?
That is not Bradley Beal's fault. It's only 60. Unforeseen circumstances caused Bradley Beal to only play 60 games. That's not Bradley Beal's fault.
Yeah, let's see. Dan Easel, I'm sure he was first NBA. I mean, this is ABA numbers. Let's see. 71, 72, definitely first team. Yep. Yeah, so Bradley Beal and World
Be
free.
The second person in history if it happens that way?
Let me see. Bob McAdoo. I'm sure he was first team.
I'm sure he was first team or something like that.
Jack Tywoman. Hell yeah, he was in the 60s. That's a very white. That's the whitest NBA player name. Let me look at this man. I need to see this man. Let me see this man. This man, G, this is the whitest NBA player, G. All right, shout out to him. I see he's on. Okay, all right, I see him with some black people. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, Jack G. Shout out to my guy, Jack G. Shout out to my guy, Jack G. No disrespect, G. I had to make sure Jack was for the culture. I'm finna put
bro.
Go ahead.
Is bro dude who played for the Jack Titleman?
I'm finna you can. I'm sure you can see. I'm finna.
How you spell Titleman?
No. Tyman. Tyman. Or Ty. I'm sorry. TWYMAN. Tyman, I guess. But yeah, you should see him. Yeah. So shout out to Jack, man. I'm sure he was first team All NBA that year. Actually, because I thought this great story about Jack Tyman. He so there was a guy named Maurice Stokes, great basketball player. He actually, I guess, got a concussion and like they didn't do anything about it. He played the rest of the game and he actually like fell like ill, like fell into a coma. Crazy.
And then became like paralyzed. And Jack Tyman actually took him in and took care of him for the rest of his life. So shout out.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's
like
him.
I said,
so shout out Jack Tyman.
Exactly.
For being one of the real ones.
Sorry. Yeah. I had to go back and you gotta learn your history. That was like 1959. I mean, I'm sorry. That was in like the 70s, I think it was, or something like that.
Nah, he got hurt in I think the 50s or 60s.
The 50s and 60s. Oh yeah, but no.
Yeah, he got hurt in the 50s or 60s.
Oh yeah.
I think back then they didn't. Yeah, back then.
Oh yeah, this is why he got the Teammate of the Year award. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yes. Back then they didn't. People didn't care anything about concussion. So like he was like knocked out cold. He like got back up, whatever. Played the rest of the game. Went on the went on the plane, played another game, and then I guess like passed out, fell into a coma, and it was basically like disabled for the rest of his life.
Yo, shout out to him. He did that in 1958.
And Jack Tyman stepped up and became the legal guardian.
He did that in 1958. Shout out to that man, G.
I think that.
To that man.
I mean, since we on the topic,
actually, I was about to say, let's go ahead and hit that. What do you think about the NBA? Hold on, let me go ahead and type the topic real quick. But number one, shout out to Jack. Go ahead, get your plug off.
I think that sports in general for race is a great. I don't want to say equalizer, but I'm gonna say equalizer. I think you because when you're on a team, everybody is working towards one common goal. No matter what your background is, no matter where you come from, when you in the locker room, all you guys are working towards one common goal. When you go into another team's arena, is you against everybody else in there. And I think that it opens the door for conversation, and you get to understand people and talk to people that maybe you wouldn't have that you would never have met, especially back in times like that when you didn't have internet, you didn't have first off. I want to say, like, if you're born in this time, I think racism right now is extremely ignorant because there's no way that you were never influenced by a black man or a black woman. It's kind of impossible, literally impossible. But in 1950, whatever, you literally may not have never met anybody, and all you know is like the stereotypes that were taught to you, and you literally may not know. But you get into a locker room with somebody and like, yo, these guys pretty cool. I can make my own decision.
Yep.
And also they got to see it for themselves. Like, okay, so we on a road trip. He can't stay with us, bro. Like, this is my whole teammate. Like, what you mean, G? Like we gotta play the same game tomorrow.
Actually, were they showering together?
I don't know, but we gotta play the same game together. He can't come eat with me, bro. Like, this is so. I think that a lot of these. I think sports in general do a lot for race relations because you get to kind of peel the curtain back and work towards a common goal with somebody that maybe you wouldn't have been working towards a common goal with, and
Yeah, so what do you think about the NBA players' comments surrounding this George Floyd incident? Obviously, shout out to Stack 5, Steven Jackson. He has a personal connection to George Floyd. They are longtime friends. People refer to him or refer to him as twin, or because they look exactly like him. So Steven Jackson said the first time that he met him, he walked up to him and said, "Who's your daddy?" Like, hey, who your daddy? And ironically, like George Floyd, he wound up like being a part of like that DJ Screw movement and was like, and was a rapper and was named Big Floyd. So it's crazy to see what happened in that video to watch that man be murdered. But what do you think about how the players have spoken up about it? I've even been seeing some football players speak up about it. I think it was Carson Wentz. I think I saw earlier posted, something about it as well. Obviously, Minnesota has been experiencing riots for pretty much the past 3 days. The players have all responded. I think everybody has responded with anger and concern. At least every rational person. What do you think about everything that's going on right now? What do you think about players? Talking about it. I see that the NBA has been, encouraging players to speak up about these issues, including during these times. What do you think about that?
I think that number one, I think as much as racism, which has obviously been an issue in this country forever, I think classism is also an issue. And I think that what you see there is sometimes people think that poor people don't matter. And, poor people don't really have a voice. And what you see in this situation is, maybe he didn't have all the money, but he had friends in high places. Like, Steven Jackson, not LeBron, but Steven Jackson has a platform. He has a podcast. He's a media member. And that is what can dump more light on this situation, because he can go call a LeBron, call his NBA friends, and get them really, really involved. And I think the main thing that we need to do with everybody in general, no matter race, whatever, is don't treat people like they're less than. Treat everybody with respect. And if you just treat people with respect, a lot of things on planet Earth would improve. If you just treat people like human beings and treat everybody like their lives matter, no matter what their, financial background is. As far as players speaking up, I think it's good. I think that it's good that they care. I think that, even like Michael Porter Jr. tweet, which I didn't agree with, but at least he has a comment on it. At least he just not.
Michael Jordan had a comment on it.
Michael Porter Jr.
Oh,
I didn't agree with his tweet.
Hey, look. Hot back. I got mad respect for you, and I've been making jokes and all that stuff because I think you're gonna be great. But just shut up. Like Shamik Moore talking about Rosa Parks should have got on the bus. Just shut up. You don't have to say anything. You really don't. If you black and you ain't got nothing positive to say in regards to fighting for justice, shut up. Like, it's okay to just shut up.
Like, Michael Porter Jr. said,
it's okay to just shut up. It is.
What?
It is. It's okay to just shut up. It is. It's perfectly fine.
What Michael Porter Jr. said to me wasn't dangerous or negative. It's just that nobody wants to hear that. Pray for your enemies is not something that people want to hear right now. I don't think it was dangerous or negative. It's just tone, timing, bro. It's wrong time, and nobody wants to hear pray your troubles away at this moment in time. You want an actual solution outside of prayer, or an actual plan outside of just prayer. But my thing is, at least he has a thought. At least he has opinions. At least he's knows.
That's how I feel about that opinion. Trash. Poop soup, as Vic Spencer would say.
At least he knows what's going on. I think that athletes sometimes they don't live the same lives as regular people. Sometimes they don't live the same lives sometimes as regular people. So they can, kind of, if they wanted to ignore certain issues that's going on. And I just think that the fact that they have a voice and they're using it and they're talking about it and they're, bringing light to the situation, I think it's a good thing. Because in past years, you wouldn't have seen this. 30 years ago, you wouldn't have seen athletes speaking out the way that they're speaking out right now.
30 years ago was 1990.
You wouldn't have seen that.
I think that's disrespectful. I think that's disrespectful to guys that have literally helped build society.
On a wide scale, I don't think you would have seen that.
I mean,
maybe you would have got a couple guys doing it, but on a wide scale, I don't think you would have done that.
NBA players step up to the task when it comes to civil rights and activism. Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robertson was a civil rights, and actually he was a civil rights activist for the players themselves and entertainers themselves, because he really is the reason why free agency exists in sports and players are allowed to maneuver and go to different places, and the reason why a lot of salary caps and things in that sort are established, so that way these owners couldn't just continue to get fat and filthy rich while all of these players were, living normal $70,000 a year lives when they generating millions and millions of dollars of income. So I think that the NBA has always been at the forefront of what's going on. I think at least the players have. I'm not gonna say the NBA as a whole, but I feel like the players have always spoke up. The only player that really didn't speak up, that we ain't ever hear speak up about stuff, was Jordan.
No, because I remember even like watching I was watching some documentary about the LA riots, and they were talking about like the Lakers had to play a game, and like they was like, yo, we don't really know what to even like say about this. Like, yeah, you had certain people that would, make comments, certain ones that was more that didn't, the Bill Russells, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's, the Oscar Robertson, but I think they were so appreciated because they were so few and far between. I think I even saw a Mo Harkless tweet. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like it's yeah. I even saw Mo Harkless step up and say something in return to Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
Like, so I think like, yeah, you always had guys that would speak up, but I think now it's more widespread. Like everybody is kind of speaking up instead of like.
I mean, yes, because this is one of the most egregious things that we've ever seen in our lives. I think it's one of the most egregious things that in human history that we have seen with our eyes. To literally see a police officer kneel on a man's neck and stare at a camera while having his hands in his pocket. We've never seen no shit like that before. That's the kind of evil shit you see in a movie and you think, man, that's crazy. Glad that could never happen. No, that shit happened. Now, obviously, there have been a ton of other vicious things that, former policemen and current policemen have done to people. But in terms of literally seeing someone sit and suffocate somebody in broad daylight in the middle of traffic, I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. Never. And we can say we want to about Rodney King, but like he lived at the end. And I haven't seen anything like that before in my life. I haven't. Including with the other shootings and stuff like that. At least with the other shootings and stuff, and not all of them, obviously, but like some of them where people are like, where you see people firing on people or whatever and all this stuff, at least you can create some level of question in your mind. Or if people want to be antagonists or just be assholes and just say, oh, well, this because of that, or even say all lives matter or whatever, you can't all lives matter this one because you can clearly see it. There's nothing distorting the view. There's nothing there's nothing interrupting it. It's broad daylight. There are people. It happened literally in front of a bus stop. It's on closed circuit TV. It is literally available for everyone to see. It's not a scenario in which there is some hidden person behind a veil, or the video was too far away, or was too grainy, or it was just somebody's story versus someone else's story. We're seeing it. He's staring in the camera with his hands in his pocket. We know the man is MAGA. We know that Donald Trump has not condemned white supremacists. He has not condemned the racists. He has not condemned the Nazis. He's called them very fine people. So I think that if you're an NBA player and you're looking at what Kareem and Bill Russell did, and guys like Oscar Robertson, you have no other responsibility other than to do what you're doing right now. Because those guys paved the foundation and paved the way for you to be able to do what you are doing right now. Because if they not come along and wanted more civility, even just guys wanted more civility amongst their sport, you would not be where you are. These guys have an obligation, all of them, whether you're white, black, gay, straight, tall, small, skinny, fat, green, purple, pink, blue, it don't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's because it's just as egregious as watching a normal murder. And when we watch and I said a normal murder, meaning as when you scrolling through your timeline and you see somebody randomly get shot, and then all the tweets underneath the thread is, damn, that dude going to jail forever. Damn, get that dude this. Damn, get that dude that. Damn, get that dude triple life, whatever. Well, we watching the murder right now. The only difference is he got on a police uniform. There is no extra context that's needed. There is no extra anything. So if these guys aren't speaking up, they're cowards. And if they are speaking up and they're not a part of being a solution in terms of helping bring this murderer to justice, then shut your ass up. Because, yeah, we can pray for him when he get arrested. I'm not praying for that man right now. Fuck out of here. When is he shown repentance or tried to fucking make any type of anything for him murdering somebody. I ain't even seen the man release a statement saying I'm sorry, it was an accident. So I don't want to hear that shit. But like guys like Michael Porter Jr., if you're not gonna use your platform to do something good, then shut your ass up. We can pray for these people later when they brought to justice, when they repent. He ain't fucking repenting. I ain't heard him say nothing. I see all them cops in front of his house. I see all of the police in front of his house guarding his house, but I still ain't seen a statement saying it was an accident. It was in there. You ain't saying nothing. So I don't want to hear that. That's bullshit. Until they bring that man to justice and they arrest that man, I don't want to hear none of these athletes say anything about anything other than bring this criminal and this murderer to justice. And if you an athlete and you not saying this, you are part of the fucking problem. And that is just period point blank what it is. Because they can talk about your brand all the fuck you want to. If you ain't got your human rights, what the fuck is your brand? Because usually most of these athletes are the big tall ones. Y'all the big tall ones that everybody always looking at being scared of. I mean, I'm serious. If you an athlete and you 6'6" and you black or you my complexion or you anything, somebody see you, they like, oh shit, this motherfucker big. I'm gonna have to take this like, and you already know these cops crazy as fuck. You a football player, you 5'7", but you chiseled out, you get out the car. You already know they on edge. Cause that's just the culture that it breeds. So if these guys aren't speaking up, you a part of the problem. You a part of the problem. Literally, you ain't got to riot and burn shit down, but you also can't stay silent. You can't stay silent. You can't stay silent when you watch shit like that happening. Because even if it was a white man that was getting his throat crunched by the police and it was a black police officer, send that motherfucker to jail too. It's bigger than it's big. It's about the race, but also at the same time, it's bigger than that too. Because the whole shit is bad. All of it's bad. The whole shit need to be reformed. All of it.
I personally don't think that it's anybody's obligation to do anything besides feed your family in life. I don't think it's anybody's obligation to be a good human being. I don't think that's anybody's obligation. But I do think that
it ain't your obligation to feed your family. That's what child support is for.
Fair. Well, okay, you know what? It ain't no. You know what? You know what? You right. It ain't nobody's obligation to do shit every day besides wake up. As long as you got life to wake up, that ain't. And you ain't even got to get out of bed. I don't think it's your obligation to do anything on earth. But I do think that if you have a heart, even somewhat of a heart, and a conscience, I think it behooves you to say something. But again, I don't think it's like anybody's responsibility. But if you have a heart and you have a conscience, and I don't think you can watch that and have no opinion. I think that it brings out, and I didn't watch the videos. I don't like watching videos of people dying, but even still, like I said, if you have any type of heart, or you have any type of conscience, it's definitely something that you should speak on. Because I mean, even though, they might think that, you live in a different world, at the end of the day, we all black. And like you said, y'all the tall ones, y'all the tall ones, y'all the muscular ones. Like, you might think you live in a different world, but that could also still be you.
Yeah, no. It's like you think you live in a different world, but a normal human being is not physically imposing.
Yeah, to like other me, people. Nobody is like me. Nobody. I mean, I don't think there's no reason to be scared of me. Like I'm 5'7" and 150.
When I first saw Giannis, I was like, "Yo, this is the most amazing physical human specimen I've ever seen in my life. This dude is humongous. He got crazy arms." And he's just long, like a super crazy tall person. But so I was looking at him like, yo, I couldn't imagine playing against this dude. This dude is a freak of nature. Now these little cops running around scared and killing people that are 5'7", it don't matter. That's the thing. It don't matter. So it don't matter. It literally don't matter. It don't matter. It's definitely affecting our community more, but it's affecting everybody. Everybody. I saw a video earlier of a Mexican man getting his ass beat by a police officer by like 4 cops because they pulling the man out the car. And then somebody's like, yeah, but he had a domestic charge against him. That mean he needed to get his ass beat by 4 cops? That don't mean you need to get your ass beat by 4 cops. That mean you need to get your ass sent to jail, face a jury of your peers, which is what all of this shit that we've built this nation upon says. And then get judged by a jury of your peers. The cops aren't the jury and executioner. They are the person that brings you to the jury and executioner. And I don't know when the fuck. I guess shit since the beginning of the time, shit it's been like that. But it's got to change. It's because that's pretty much what these guys are doing. And the craziest part about it is the check and the reason why they called the police on him, his check wasn't even bad. So he literally died for no reason.
Yeah. Also,
he died for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So if these players aren't speaking up, then they're cowards, and I'm sorry.
Don't hate it.
All of them. You could be Ricky Rubio. You could be Ricky Rubio. You better be tweeting from España. I'm Ricky Rubio tweeting from España. This is wrong. Yes, it's wrong. It's wrong, goddammit.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
If you Luka, you better be tweeting in goddamn Serbian or whatever language you speak in. It's wrong, bro.
I'm not gonna argue with you, but again, like I said, I don't think it's anybody's obligation to do anything on earth. But if you have a heart and you have a conscience, I don't know how you could watch that and have no opinion. I think that's something that you have to have an opinion on. There's certain things in life that you have to have an opinion on. I think that's one thing that you have to have an opinion on. Again, I don't think it's anybody's obligation to do anything on earth. Literally nothing. You have no obligation to nobody. You do not have to be a good person. I think that sometimes people think, oh, you got to know you don't. You do not have to be a good person. But certain things in life you have to have an opinion on. And I think that's something that you have to have an opinion on.
Yep, I agree. I agree 100%. And sorry, y'all. Like, I didn't have my camera, my 4K camera for like 6 years. And for some reason, I don't know if it's the batteries of the camera, but I think it's the camera. The batteries be lasting in that motherfucker for about 15 minutes, and then my camera be like, all right, player, I'm going to holler at you later. So camera went out, so sorry if it's a little like stuttery or whatever. But anyways, back to it. Yeah, man, I do give guys like LeBron a lot of respect, but that's also why you've heard me say numerous times, and if anybody's ever listened to this show, like, yeah, I'm not a fan of LeBron James, the basketball player, but LeBron James, the human being, is one of the greatest human beings to ever exist, ever. And I've said that numerous times, and I'm not going to take it back, and I mean it. I think he is one of those guys, one of those Bill Russell type of guys that galvanizes guys, that really is a true leader amongst men. And I give him credit for that. Now, regardless of whether I like him on the basketball court or not, that's not what it is. But he's always, usually, especially in these day and times, one of the first athletes to speak out about stuff like this, including even when Donald Trump came at Steph Curry and LeBron called Donald Trump a bum when he tweeted him, "You bum." So I think I respect LeBron for always being the guy to be the first to comment on things and not wait on other guys to voice their opinions before he comes out with some, pretty prissy PR release statement that his team came up with. I respect that about LeBron. Go ahead.
Yeah, even more than just him speaking out, it just always seems genuine. Like, you like every time LeBron speaks on the issue, I think he's genuine. I think it comes from the right place. You see a lot of things sometimes, especially with issues like this. After a while, it's like, oh yeah, you just sent that just because everybody watching you, and it's like they want to see if you sent that, so it becomes a thing. But with everything with Bron, literally seems genuine. I think Bron was like one of the first people I even saw like post anything about it. Honestly, like everybody was sharing LeBron's post.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's what you got to appreciate about LeBron, is that I think that everything again comes from the right place. And I think with him, all he's done in life, the world that he lives in is vastly different from the world a lot of people will live in, and will ever be able to live in. His finances are something you can't even imagine. So it'd be very easy for him to just forget where he came from.
Yeah.
Very, very easy for him to, forget about his humble beginnings.
Let me be worth $1 billion. I'm throwing my phone away.
And LeBron never seems to do that. I think, even with him, starting up a school, he ain't got to do that, bro. Like, Bron don't have to start up a school to
Bron for the people, man. Like, literally, Bron is for the people.
I mean, even like you could talk shit about the decision, but it was a charity thing. Like, it actually was for charity.
Yeah, but even with that, like when you say like you would vote for LeBron, like I'm not voting for LeBron because I don't want to see no more.
I'm dead ass vote for LeBron.
I personally don't want to see no more athletes or celebrities or entertainers be in the White House. But LeBron is a guy that if he ran for like mayor, I'd vote for LeBron.
No, I will run for president. Why? Because I trust his ability to run a business. And number one, America is a corporation and a business, and I trust his heart. If I trust your heart and I trust your ability to run a business, because I look at the way he has ran his own personal business, and like the people around him have ran their own personal business, I trust him to be able to run a business.
Brown won't do that.
And I trust his heart.
Bron don't want to kill people. I don't think Bron could be the president because
I don't think he wants to be the president either. But
I think Bron want to be the president, but I don't think Bron want to be the president because presidents have to murder a lot of people.
Presidents do have to murder a lot of people.
You have to murder a lot of people. You have to oversee the death of a lot of people. All of these presidents are in some capacity murderers.
This is true.
And have murdered dozens, if not thousands upon thousands,
or have displaced people. That's also the reason with like politics and like why I think it's such a hard job is because no matter what you do, somebody's always gonna have a really valid reason to hate you. A very, very valid reason to hate you because again, you politicking people's lives and their livelihoods and their decisions to eat and things like that. So no matter what you do, somebody's gonna have a very solid reason to hate you. But shout out Bron, man. Like he's definitely he's a hero, like he's somebody that if you are a young kid, and also that's why I say like I think racism now is so ignorant. Like there's no way you a sports fan and you've never been influenced by LeBron. There's no possible way that LeBron ain't never brought no joy into your life. It is impossible.
Joy.
So you ain't so Brian never brought no. So you ain't never seen Bron do nothing that was like, ooh, that's cool.
Personally, no.
You're lying. You're lying.
On the basketball court. On the basketball court, I've never been a fan of Bron. I've never been a fan of Bron on the basketball court. On the basketball court, no.
So when Bron dunked on Damon Jones, you felt nothing.
Okay, all right, fine.
Exactly. Okay, Stop lying to me, bro. Stop lying to me, bro. Stop lying to me, bro. You felt something, bro. You was like, ooh, damn, he killed that man.
Yo, we got hella days for this episode. Bradley Beal's World Be Free with LeBron dunked on Damon Jones. I felt something.
To name it that, when Bron dunked on Damon Jones, I felt something. But like that's like what I mean. Like we're like at a point in age where again I think racism is completely ignorant because there's no way you've never been influenced or you trying to tell me you like watch football and Russell Wilson never made you feel no type of way. That Drake song never made you feel no type of way. That Jay-Z song never made you feel no type of way. The Denzel Washington movie never made you feel no type of way.
Yeah.
Like it never made you feel nothing, bro. Like you just saw that and felt nothing. Training Day wasn't cool to you, bro. Like you didn't like nothing about Training Day. Okay.
I'm crying.
So shout out Bron, man. Shout out Bron.
Yeah, shout out Bron. But one thing, what was I going? Oh yeah. Okay. So damn, I definitely forgot what I was about to say. But whatever. Anyways, let's go ahead. Last topic. I wanted to do this because I feel like the last time we did this was 70 episodes ago. So that means 70 weeks have passed or so, which is over a year. So we haven't done this in about a year. So who are your top 50 players of all time? We're going to go through 41 through number 50. But before that, Luke Johnson commented, and he donated as well, €5, $4.99. He said, I know it ain't 30, but Harden did average 29 and 7.5 and didn't make an All-NBA team in 2015, 2016. Keep your money, 30. Pavy. Keep your money, Pavy.
That ain't 30. But yes, he did. And that was also egregious that they did that to Harden, too.
It's not going to be egregious. Yeah, it was egregious because they did it to Harden because they was winning. It's not going to be egregious that they did that to your mans.
He averaged 30s. He should be on that team.
I don't want to hear that, fam.
He averaged fucking 30 points, G.
No, fam. No.
And I think he played basically about every game, too, that he was able to play.
Nah, not rocking with that. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's get
First and foremost, before we do all of this, I want to say Clyde Drexler is completely off my list. Since the last time I watched this, I watched a lot of Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler is completely off my list. Clyde, I respect you. I respect what you did for the game, but you off my list. Completely. Clyde is off my list. Off my list.
I'm crying.
Off it. Now let's go.
Well, all I'm going to say is I changed my list. I took some guys off.
I hope you took Kyrie off. I really hope you took Kyrie off. I hope Kyrie is nowhere. And look, no basketball player.
I mean, I got my whole list ready, though, to be honest.
No basketball player has damn near brought me as much joy as Kyrie Irving. But Kyrie Irving should be nowhere near top 50 player.
Kyrie.
He is the coldest person to ever dribble a basketball. I still think he is the best scorer under 6'4" to ever live. That does not mean he should be on a top 50 player list for what he's done for the game. Not yet.
Kyrie. All right. So, anyways, Let's go.
Let's go 41 through 50 because I gotta like really
go ahead.
I've watched way too much 70s basketball now, so I gotta dive into my list.
Fuck out of here! Like you sat and watch every 70s basketball. You didn't watch like 10 70s basketball games. Now all of a sudden you know the 70s. Get the fuck out of here.
I have.
Get the fuck out of here. You watched 10 70s games. Now all of a sudden you know the 70s.
I saw Norman Van Leer cook Charles Johnson for 35 points live in Chicago Stadium.
Okay. And that's it. And now all of a sudden, these are all your facts based off of them 2 games.
I mean, I watched more than 2 games, but you know.
Exactly. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead. Yo, low key, my list is starting to shape up to be a little bit fire. Now that I reshaped it, I'm reshaping my list. Man, I'm moving this guy up a little bit high, but I can't say that he's not better than these guys because they don't have.
First of all, Kawhi Leonard is on my list. Number 1. Kawhi wasn't on my list at first.
He's on my list. Y'all gonna be surprised at where he at though.
Kawhi Leonard is on my list. Like I said, Clyde is off of my list.
Clyde is on my list, but he's not as high as I
get Clyde out of here, G. I don't like get Clyde out of here. Clyde, no, not rocking. Get him off my list.
Bradley Beal better than Clyde Drexler?
At shooting guard?
I'm going to ask you a question.
I'm going to say this. I have watched Bradley Beal and been like, damn, he snapped. More than I watched Clyde Drexler and been like, damn, he snapped.
Vince Carter or Clyde Drexler?
Clyde Drexler.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Clyde Drexler.
I just want to see what
Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler. Get Vince in his cool. Not granted, I wouldn't say this. I do respect Vince's career, but get Vince in his cool dunks away from Clyde Drexler slotting in the top in basketball history.
All right, go ahead.
You know what? Number 50. I'm gonna put Giannis. I'm gonna put Giannis 50. I'm gonna put Giannis 50. I think Giannis got a MVP. I mean, even the 3-year run so far. It's about a 3-year run since Giannis. The 3-year run he's been on so far.
Disrespectful to Giannis, but I feel you.
I'm not putting him up any higher. Yeah, he needs some playoff success, some actual playoff success.
He's
Giannis
is. I got him way higher than that.
I need to see Giannis with some actual playoff success. You really only had one successful playoffs, really ever. So I need to see some more actual playoff success. But the 3-year run that he's been on is comparable with a lot of people. So I got Giannis number 50. 49, I originally had Bob Cousy. I'm gonna move Bob Cousy up because again, I respect the game.
He ain't on my top 50.
So I'm gonna move Bob Cousy up a little bit, and I'm gonna move
my top 50.
And I'm gonna move Carmelo Anthony to 49.
Okay.
So Carmelo would be my 49th. Number 48, I originally had Dwight Howard. I'm actually moved Dwight Howard up. Because when you look at what Dwight Howard did for the game,
Dwight Howard's better than that, but I feel you.
Uh-huh.
Dwight Howard is better than that, but I feel.
No, I know. I'm saying I'm moving him up. I'm not about to say him right now. Number 48, I'm gonna actually go with Ray Allen at my 48.
Okay.
And I originally had Ray Allen a little bit higher. 47.
Just go to 45, by the way, and then I'm gonna read my 5. Go ahead.
47. I'm gonna put Patrick Ewing here. I had Patrick Ewing higher. No, I'm not gonna do it to Patrick Ewing. 47. I'm actually gonna put Dominique Wilkins there at 47. I had him a little bit higher, but I'm putting him at 47.
Is he in my top list?
No, he's not. 46. I'm gonna go with 46. I'm gonna stay with GP at 46. And then 45, I'm actually gonna go with did I just say Dominique?
Yeah.
45, I'm actually go with Chris Paul.
All right, Chris Paul didn't make my top 50.
Of course he didn't.
It's no disrespect to him. He's just not there. I think these guys are better. Number 50, I have Ray Allen. Shout out to Ray.
I thought you was gonna come out the gate wilding.
No, I got Ray Allen. Originally, I had Ray Allen higher on my list. I moved him down because I just got a chance to see it a year later and really think about what the hell I said. No, Ray Allen at number 50. Number 49, I have Carmelo Anthony at number 49. I just think that he's one of those guys that a lot of guys, including Glasses, say that he's not top 50, but I think Carmelo's top 50 all time. I think you can't name a better scorer in isolation pound for pound than Carmelo Anthony. And if you can, then they 9 times out of 10 the defender might have a tougher time with Melo. Even Kobe talked about how after he played Melo, he always had bruises and scratches and stuff. And that's Kobe. Shout out to Kobe, R.I.P. Bean, and R.I.P. Gianna and the rest of the victims as well. So I'm going to go with Melo at 49. Number 48, I'm going to go with John Stockton. Obviously, his resume speaks for itself, what he did. Made a couple finals, all-time leader in assists. He Stockton and Malone. That is what it is. It means what it means. Number 47, I'm gonna go with Big Game Dame. It's Dame time. I think Dame Lillard has earned his way into being his 47th spot. I think Dame Lillard is more deserving of being a top 50 player than Chris Paul is. I think Dame Lillard has led his teams to more as being the guy. Chris Paul has never led his team to a conference finals.
Not yet.
He's never led a team to a conference finals.
And Dame Lillard ain't made all defense all these times. He ain't never led the league in steals. Hey, I don't think he ever finished second in MVP voting.
You play to win the game. You play to win the game. You play to win the game.
Dame Lillard ain't been a part of as many 50-win seasons.
Then why Chris Paul ain't make the second round then?
Because he got hurt.
You told me Giannis
was hurt.
You told me Giannis got to do more in the postseason.
Because Giannis has had one postseason run.
I don't care. That's a lie. He been in the postseason like 6 years
and lost in the first round every year.
It don't matter. T-Mac,
at least Chris Paul getting out the first round.
T-Mac in your top 50?
Huh?
T-Mac in your top 50?
No.
All right, I'm not mad at that. All right.
Fucking gonna be in my top 50 for y'all like 4-5 years. I fuck with those 4-5 years. He's a Hall of Famer, but no.
Not a Hall of Famer, but I feel you. But anyways, number 46, I got Pau Gasol. Number 45, I got...
Stop. Why?
Because it's Pau Gasol.
Why?
Because I think that when you think about all-time combos, he's one of those guys where him and Kobe, they don't get enough credit. And I think that if you're going to give Kevin McHale and Larry Bird all of that credit, you got to give Kobe and Pau Gasol the credit for what they did in those 2-3 years that they had together. Pau Gasol was also an all-star multiple times after he won his rings and before he won his rings. He did win Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken.
He won Rookie of the Year.
Numerous time all-star. I'm not Pau Gasol.
No, but I feel
he got a better career than Chris Paul.
Oh shit.
He got a better career than Chris Paul. He graded than Chris Paul.
Career, yeah.
He graded than Chris Paul. Anyways, right. Number 45, I got Klay Thompson. I picked Klay Thompson. I'm leaving him where I had him originally at 45 until he comes back, and he has to make at least 1 or 2 more All-Star teams before I move him up. And if he finishes his career at 45, I think that's a great career for Klay Thompson personally. I really do. I think he's going to go down as arguably the second greatest shooter of all time, and being the 45th best player of all time to me is great for him because I don't think he expected to be that before he started playing basketball.
Okay. Guess I'm on 44.
Let's go to 30. Come on, let's go to 30. If we only an hour in, let's go to 30. Come on.
I should have wrote this down.
Let's go to 30.
Should have wrote this down.
Why you didn't write it down, G? You got to always open your notepad so that way you can look at it on your computer and refer back to it. But, all right, that's fine. Go ahead. Keep going. Who you got from 44 to 40?
1 second.
All right. Take your time. Scott must be watching some Marvel. Somebody said, bro. Somebody said, bro, what Clyde do to Pavy? Be Huff.
Lose the 1991 Western Conference Finals.
That's hilarious.
Number 44. I forgot even the last person I even said was. Did I say Patrick Ewing already?
Huh?
Did I say Patrick Ewing already?
Yeah, you did.
No, I think I said Ray Allen 45. I think I left. No, I left. Number 44, I got James Worthy. I know I didn't say James Worthy, so number 44, I got James Worthy.
Wait a minute. Donald Trump tweeted, when the looting starts, the shooting starts?
Wild as hell.
Whoa.
Wild as hell.
Whoa.
Wild as hell.
Whoa, he said, I can't stand back and watch this happen to a great American city of Minneapolis. A total lack of leadership. Either a very weak radical left mayor, Jacob Frey, get his acting under control, or I was sending the National Guard to get the job done right. These thugs, in all caps, are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim Walz and told him the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty, we will assume control, but when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you.
Wild as hell.
Yo, the president tweeted that. Wow. I'm
telling you, Twitter is the worst thing that ever happened to American politics.
Oh my God.
Twitter is the worst thing that ever happened to American politics. They don't need Twitter. No leaders need to be on Twitter. Because you get to tweet stuff like that and nobody gets to write you a statement.
I'm sorry that we did that during the middle of this top 50 list, but I mean it just
That's
popped
important.
up. But it just popped up. I mean he
basically just green lighted shooting people.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah, because a few weeks ago he was saying liberate Minnesota, but now I guess not so much. Wild that these are the times that we continue to live in. But anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. Who was your 45 or whatever? Go ahead.
I think I said 44 was James Worthy. So I'm gonna still stick with James Worthy for 44. 43.
Okay.
For 43, I'm gonna go Willis Reed, 43.
Okay.
Move him up. He won an MVP. I think he also won 2 rings. Was it 2 rings with the Knicks? 2 rings with the Knicks. He won an MVP. I'm gonna go him. Number 42. I'm gonna actually go with Dave Cowens. He wasn't on my list at first, but I'm gonna go with Dave Cowens. He won a ring with the Celtics. I'm pretty sure he also won an MVP. I think he's an 8-time All-Star, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go with Dave Cowens. 41. I had James Harden originally. I'm gonna move Harden up a little bit though.
Thanks, Vontae, by the way, for congratulating me on my kid. But go ahead. You said
Harden
only 41?
Yeah, I had him at 41 last time.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna move Harden up though. So actually at my number 41 spot, I actually have. I'm gonna put Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete.
Okay.
Pistol Pete at my number 41.
Okay.
And at my number 40 spot, I had John Havlicek originally. I'm moving Hondo up. And you're screaming at me to do it. And I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not doing that. Kevin McHale on my number 40 spot.
All right, I'm not upset at that. For me, you said a number 40 or 41?
40 for Kevin McHale.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna go with Big Game James Worthy at 44. I think he's deserving of being on this list for the moments that he's had, for being a part of one of the greatest dynasties of all time. I think that you can mention Magic and Kareem, but you can't have the Showtime Lakers without James Worthy. James Worthy is the Klay Thompson in this equation to me. And they needed him. And when they needed him, he always came up big, and there's a reason why his name is Big Game James. Moving on, number 43, I have Ben Wallace. I think he's a guy that's not a Hall of Famer right now, and it really kind of hurts me. It hurts me that he's not a Hall of Famer because of how great he actually is. And I think that it's egregious, especially when, guys like Glasses are champions of defense, and not shooting shots at Glasses or saying that like I'm disagreeing with him. I'm just saying like guys like him are fans of defense. I'm not even a fan of defense, and I can truly have a great appreciation for what Ben Wallace did for the game of basketball, especially during that era in which if Ben Wallace was not around, Shaq would have just ran through the whole league really for a half a decade. Because David Robinson was kind of old. Timmy couldn't really stop Shaq. He had a decent series against him once, but he couldn't stop Shaq. Nobody could stop Shaq. Nobody really was an equalizer against Shaq other than Ben Wallace to me. Ben Wallace was the only guy that I felt when Shaq was in his prime during the 2000s could actually guard Shaq on a night in, night out basis. and be able to physically withstand the beating that Shaq would put on him, because Ben was a guy that was super strong and always in shape. So moving on, number 42, I have mon ami, Tony Parker. Shout out to Tony Parker. Greater than Chris Paul, better than Chris Paul. You heard me. I said it here first, and I'll continue to say it. Tony Parker is better than Chris Paul. Go back and check out that episode if you have never seen the episode before. Number 41, I'm actually going to go with Hondo, John Havlicek. Celtics, GOAT. One of the best 6 men in history. A great scorer, prolific player, prolific teammate. Shout out to Hondo, John Havlicek. And number 40, I got Tiny Nate, because I like Tiny Nate.
Yeah.
Who you got for, you want to continue or are you done?
Let's go to 35.
Why 35? That's such an odd number.
All right, fine, let's go to 30.
All right, let's do
39, I'm put Scottie Pippen 39. I had Scottie Pippen at 24. No. Put Scottie Pippen at 39. He deserves to be on here, but not as high as I had him.
Really? I have Scottie way higher, so I think higher of Scottie than you do.
I'm going to put Scottie at 39.
Even though he's never a superstar.
I'm going to put Scottie, like I said, at 39. Nah, you know what, I'm lying. I'm not going to do that.
I got Scottie in my mid-20s.
Nah, yeah, see, I had Scottie at 24. I'm not going to keep him at 24, but I'm going to actually keep my 39 how it is, and I'm going to say Steve Nash at 39. I'm going to keep my 39 the way it is, actually.
Okay.
38. I'm actually go with Dwight Howard at 38. I didn't say Dwight's name yet. I said I'll move him up, and I'm actually go with Dwight Howard at 38. I think that there is, for about 4 or 5 years, he was the best center in the league, maybe longer.
Okay.
4 or 5 years.
I can agree.
I think he won defensive player of the year how many times? 4?
Dwight, I think it was 4. You can look it up because I'm running this software on my computer, so my computer moving slow as hell.
It's not something that happens every day. Number 37, I'm gonna actually go with.
Yo, they set the police precinct on fire and started playing Finito. Wow, Chief Keef is a legend.
I knew they set the precinct on fire. I didn't know they set
they out here. They dancing to Finito.
I didn't know they played. I didn't know they played Finito. Did not know they played Finito. Yeah. What was I at? 38 or 37? Number 37. I'm actually go with I'm gonna go with Elvin Hayes at 37.
Okay.
Had him a little bit higher, but I'm gonna go with. Actually, I'm lying. I'm gonna go with. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Elvin Hayes 37. Elvin Hayes 37.
Okay.
Number 36. I'm going to actually go with. I'm gonna stay with Jason Kidd at 36. I think he deserves that. And number 35. I'm going to go with George Gervin. Gervin at 35. I think I had him 30 on my original list. I'm gonna drop him down some. Gervin at
I have
35.
Gervin within this range, but not where you have him.
How many does George Gervin have an MVP? I'm not sure. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does. Shout out to the Iceman. Somebody said y'all got Moses on y'all list. Duh. Vontae, don't ask that dumbass question, G.
If you ain't got Moses on your
Malone,
list,
one of the greatest basketball players to ever play.
If you ain't got Moses on your list, first of all, the fact that you ask me that right now means you think Moses Malone should be in this territory. The fact that you think Moses Malone needs to be in this territory is also disrespectful.
I mean, I got Moses at 29.
Shut the fuck up. Log
at 29? Why?
Log out.
Why?
Ain't he a two-time MVP?
I don't care.
10-time. What the
Giannis
fuck
finna be a
two-time
MVP, and you got him at 50. Exactly.
Because he ain't done it long enough.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. You just said a two-time MVP. You didn't say he had two MVPs over 10 years.
Moses
no.
Was good for
You didn't say he had two MVPs over 10 years. You said he had two MVPs.
I wasn't done talking yet. And actually, it might be more than 2. How many MVPs Moses Malone has?
Google it. You got a computer in front of you. We ain't on the show, right? We ain't sitting in front of each other.
Moses Malone has 3 MVPs, actually. 3, yes, he has 3 MVPs, a championship, 6-time rebound leader, 4-time first team, 4-time second team.
Moses, and I'm going to put Moses at number 24 behind Giannis.
Should be above Giannis right now.
Behind
Giannis. He should be above Giannis right now.
Giannis.
He should 1,000%
We really podcasted while the
Giannis.
president just put a green light on Americans. That's the wildest shit
wildest
ever,
thing
bro.
ever, right?
Like,
crazy times we're living
Hoops
in.
and Brews has been like the wildest shit ever, bro. We've documented so much history. We documented when Astroworld dropped.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we didn't we?
No, I know we didn't because I was. Yeah, no, we didn't. No, we
One
didn't.
day you talking about how Butterfly Effect was the greatest song. Yes, it was. You talked about it on What Song Is This? How you had to pull over. Remember, because it was the whole thing. Travis Scott versus Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, but that wasn't the day it dropped though. That was like
but it don't matter. We still documented it dropping. We documented so much stuff.
By the way, I still mean every single word I said.
I won't lie. Astroworld is like a fine wine. It gets better with time. Because I was driving the other day and I was like, yo, let me turn on Astroworld. And I turned it on. And then when Stargate started playing, I was like,
Butterfly Effect has been played 500 times in my iTunes.
You're a psychopath.
500 times in my iTunes.
That's some psycho shit.
What's the most played song on your iTunes?
Let's see. Hold on, oh, my iTunes is closed. Hold on. Let me open it back up. This man really said, shoot these thugs, G. Whoa, his man said, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. That's crazy, bro.
But see, things like that is why I also don't respect. But see, hold on, things like that is why I also don't respect people sitting on the internet telling people they need to do this and do that and do this and do that, and you ain't out there with them. I don't respect that.
Yeah, the most played song on my iTunes, I'll send you $100 right now.
I don't know. I promise you I don't know. I don't even have an idea.
All right.
I don't even know what artist is from.
Damn, that's crazy. The most played song on my iTunes, and obviously I got a new computer, so this ain't my old computer. It'll probably have more plays on other stuff. But the most played song on my iTunes right now is Radical by Future.
That is funny as
fuck. At 135.
That is funny as fuck, dog.
Radical, listen. Radical, followed by Redbone by Gambino, followed by Secrets by The Weeknd, followed by Good Dope by Future, followed by Baby Boy by The Weeknd, followed by Nights by Frank Ocean, followed by Feel No Ways, followed by Right Now by Playboi Carti. That's a hilarious top 10.
Actually, I played Butterfly Effect 454 times actually. Next most played song is Starboy The Weeknd at 258. Next is Stargazing 253. Next is Groupies by Future at 204. Blow a Bag by Future at 196. Highest at 182. Where You At 178. Good Dope 178. Jaded by Drake 172. Controller 170, and then Lean for Real at 170.
All right, I'm on that Lean for Real. By the way, I just want to say, Die Lit, actually low key, that's kind of crazy. It's a lot of Future in these top play. It's a lot of Future and a lot of The Weeknd and a lot of Frank Ocean, which is ironic because I haven't listened to none of this Frank Ocean in years since like 2016, 2017. So these plays
at one point in time,
man. But no, Blonde is a great album. Like if you like Frank Ocean, because I don't think Frank Ocean is not for everybody because he does a lot of stripped down, especially as he's progressing his career. His music has become like a lot of just like stripped down stuff. So it's not a lot of instruments, it's not a lot of movement. But if you fuck with Frank Ocean, you fuck with Frank Ocean. So like literally, Blonde got hella plays, but Future by Future, the album, hella plays in my thing. But anyways, go ahead and use. Okay, so who were you on? You said George Gervin. Who was you on last? My bad.
I said George Gervin last at 35. So we're going 40 to 35.
Okay, so I got Tiny Nate at 40. Obviously, like I said, number 39, I got Rick Barry. Number 38, I got Jerry West. Number 37, I got Chris Bosh. Number 36, I got AD Anthony Davis. And number 35, I have Steve Nash, 2 MVPs.
Who'd you say again? Say it again.
I said I have at number 40, Nate Archibald. At number 39, Rick Barry. At number 38, Jerry West. At number 37, Chris Bosh. At number 36, Anthony Davis.
Stop.
And at number 35, Steve Nash.
Stop
hating.
Stop
hating.
You have Chris Bosh above Jerry West. You have Chris Bosh above Jerry West.
I do.
Why? Why?
Because he contributed more to me.
To what?
To LeBron's greatness. And LeBron is number 3, so that's enough.
You in these lists, bro.
What do you mean?
You in these lists, bro.
What? Don't ask me for my opinion then, goddammit. You and your tweets. Hey, look, this is the thing. The way America feels about your tweets is the way y'all feel about my list. And guess what? I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep making lists. Kyrie is not on my list this time, though.
Thank you.
I won't lie. I won't lie. I was majorly tweaking.
Thank you for realizing that and taking that.
Hey, look, I was tweaking so hard I got tears in my eyes, bro.
Thank you for realizing that, bro. Talking about Kyrie top 50 of what?
Now listen, if he would have came out and he would have won MVP this year, he would have proved me right. I was just betting on his future, and that wasn't smart. He was
bet
like
off what you see, dog.
He was like the stock market. That shit crashed.
Bet off what you see, dog. Number 30.
Oh my God.
I said number 34, I got Bob Cousy actually. And my number 34. 33, I got Bob Pettit. 32. I got John Stockton 32.
Okay. I had John Stockton 48, but I feel you.
31.
Sorry, I can't help the rest of it.
31, I have it's tough because I don't want to short my man. I ain't gonna put him right there.
Come on. Pause.
$31, I got Allen Iverson.
31, you got Allen Iverson. Okay.
I think.
Okay.
You
think? I mean, it's your list.
I'm looking at because I'm looking at my.
How much do you think? What are you thinking? Talk to us.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my.
I think the craziest part is that Madonna son dancing was earlier today. Today been a long ass day.
Every day is a long ass day, bro. And then number 30, I'm gonna go with John Havlicek with number 30.
Okay. All right. I'm not upset at that. So for me, number 35, I have Steve Nash. Number 34, I have Kevin McHale. Number 33, I have Dwight Howard. Number 32, I have George Gervin. Number 31, I have Patrick Ewing. And number 30, I have Jason Kidd.
Fair.
Exactly. See, my list ain't that bad.
Wait, say it again. I actually zoned out real quick.
35, Steve Nash. 34, Kevin McHale. 33, Dwight Howard. 32, George Gervin. 31, Patrick Ewing. Number 30, Jason Kidd.
But I don't have issue with
Jason Kidd, number 30.
Else. Pat shouldn't be 31, but I don't have issue with anything else.
What should Pat be?
In the 40s.
Nah, I'm leaving him there for now. I'm leaving him there for now.
But that 5 I don't have an issue with. The fact that Jerry West is that low, that was wild as hell.
It's not wild, G.
It's wild as hell.
It's not wild. He didn't win.
Higher, bro.
I just want
I
want my GOATs to win.
He won a ring.
He won 1 out of 10.
So he lost to the Celtics.
I don't care.
And they actually lost to the Celtics because they had no center. That's why they kept moving to the
I don't care
Celtics.
what the circumstances were they lost.
They lost.
That's the same circumstances.
Where you got Bill Russell at?
Huh? He ain't on my list. I'm fucking with you. Bill Russell is number 12.
I was about to jump through the roof.
Bill Russell number.
I was literally about to be like, okay, so you just literally just looked at me and said he on your list because he there because he won one, but Bill Russell won 11 times, but he ain't.
Bill Russell number 12.
All right.
I have Bill Russell number 12. I have Bill Russell number 12 because I don't think that he's better than any of the guys that I have above him, including Steph Curry.
Relax, my guy.
No, it's not a relax.
Relax, my guy.
Nah.
Relax, my guy.
Yeah. But anyways, there's a riot going on. I want to tune in to see what the hell is going on. So anyways, man, it's your boy TPJ, man. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's ReelTPJ. It's a film joke if you don't get it, you damn dummy. And as always, man, thank you for watching Hoops and Brews. This show co-stars rap extraordinaire Pavy. Go ahead, get your plug in.
Yeah, as always, follow me on Twitter at Pavy World, Pavy World, all one word. Pavers.com, go check that out.
Can you get that on a shirt, please?
What? Pavy all one word.
Pavy
World, all one word.
Yes. But please, but like put the dashes in the middle, like you really spell it out. Like put Pavy and then underneath it dash world, and then all put .com underneath, or actually, just do that. But make that a shirt. Do that. Sell it. That's hilarious. Pavy world, all one word. Like when you enter it into the web browser, it ain't all one word anyway. But anyways, man, it's Hoops and Brews. Today I was drinking a Golden Road Wolf Pup Session IPA, as well as I have a mango cart here that is unopened, but it will be open as I consume my post-show Chick-fil-A. As always, shout out to you guys for subscribing, for liking, for watching. This video will go up tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna take it down because I see the live stream is a little shoddy, but it will be up tomorrow afternoon, so you guys can check this out. Around 12 noon for you to check out. As always, don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. If you're in Minnesota, shout out to you. Much love, much respect. Stay safe. Please, all my black people out there, stay safe. I love all y'all, man. Stay safe. And if you're not black, stay safe as well. Stay healthy. Everybody stay healthy. Love all y'all. Pavy, final words?
Yeah, stay safe. And again, I want to say this. Watch the rhetoric that you out there putting out on the internet. Like, I don't have... Me personally, I wouldn't go out there and like loot and burn stores down. But if that's how you feel, you need to express yourself with what's going on. There's no right or wrong answer to any of this.
It really ain't. It's been happening forever. Like people act like this shit is new in terms of the riots. This shit been happening since Rome. Goddammit.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong way to deal with frustration and to deal with oppression. We don't know because of oppression. If there was one, shit when there is no one, the shit been going on since there were people. But I just want all y'all, especially with, tweets like Trump's tweet, please, if you're going to say something, then be ready to stand on the action. Don't sit on the internet trying to convince people to do things that you're not willing to do because, you saying things that can mess with people's lives and families. I never been to jail, but I've been in jail enough to know you don't want to go. So you out in the streets doing things and telling people things to do. Just make sure if you was in that position, you would do that as well. Don't just sit on the internet talking about stuff you ain't gonna do because again, you could really get somebody really seriously hurt or get somebody seriously locked up, and you in the comfort of your own home tweeting about it on the computer safely.
Yep, I agree. I'm not one of those people that's pro or against rioting, looting, whatever it is. Either. I talked to Glasses about it because I text Glasses. I'm like, yo, how do you feel? Because usually when it comes to things involving violence or like street code shit, I've said a million times, all my family members are street motherfuckers. I'm not street. I've never been like a street dude. Never been a gangbanging. Never sold the drug. Never did none of that shit. So never shot nobody. Never shot at nobody. Never cooked crack. Never did none of that shit. I saw all that shit and it's like, this ain't for me. So when I need like somebody's opinion on somebody who has, Glasses, as he tweet all the time, my record is known. If you look it up, ask about it. He's talked about, stuff on the internet and to people and being in shootings and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to, shit surrounding like that, I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, Glasses, do you agree with all this violence and shit that's going on surrounding people looting? He like, man, like, nah, I can't tell them not to do it. Like, if that's what they feel they want to do, then that's what they need to do. And when him saying that, I was like, all right, cool. He's like, this not like some street shit. He like, but all the people out there talking about it shouldn't be no police. Like, y'all fucking crazy. And
yeah,
I'm like,
y'all crazy, bro. Like that
y'all
don't
crazy, G. But
like that don't make sense, bro. What you mean it shouldn't be like they not? Yeah, but I'm with him. Like, I can't say they shouldn't do it. I can't say they should do it. All I can say is like it's a crazy situation, and you express your frustrations how you feel is best to express your frustrations. Because there's no right answer. Because if there was a right answer, we would have found a solution already. So there's no right answer to it. Just make sure that if you're on the internet tweeting about stuff and encouraging stuff, like I hope they burn the city to the ground. I hope by God, racism never touches your door, touches your front steps the way it did in Minnesota. But if it is, then I expect to see you on the front lines doing all the things that you said, Lord, that you was encouraging others to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's it.
I agree, but also I don't. I mean, I know that some of the protesters have been burning stuff down, but also it's been a lot of stuff that I've been seeing on the internet of guys carrying umbrellas and wearing gas masks and stuff like that, knocking out windows with hammers and stuff. That they didn't look like protesters. They looked like people that was there to start some shit. So who knows what's going to happen? But let's pray for everybody in Minnesota. Let's pray for George Floyd's family. He definitely will be remembered throughout the history of time now. I mean, if he wasn't already before, if he didn't start a revolution, he definitely started some semblance of an uprising. And Minnesota will never be the same. Minneapolis will never be the same. So I'm gonna pray for everybody out there, man. And until next time, it's been Hoops and Brews. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. And until then, we'll get up with y'all next time.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max.